these days, lots of statistics, graphs, and charts are being used in the media to refer to the scale of the pandemic, of the coronavirus outbreak. Unfortunately, in many cases, these are very grim statistics. Some others are just reflecting changes in society. So we're going to have a look at the vocabulary you can use to describe these situations. And we're going to be using some examples taken from the media. For example, TV consumption has increased these days because of mainly because of two factors, I guess. The population being under lockdown and the need to know what's actually happening. So, as can be seen in the bar graph, there has been a sharp increase in the number of visits to news websites in the period between the 30th of December and the 9th of March 2020. The rise was especially dramatic in those countries worst hit by the outbreak, namely Italy, where consumption rose by 142%, and Spain, where it rose by 74%. In France and the UK, it has also increased by 50% and by 44%, respectively. As you can see in the graph, consumption is 142 extra, more than it used to be already. So when you add an extra percentage, an extra figure, you say that something rises or decreases by that percentage. If we have a look at this second bar graph, we can see that during the first week of lockdown in Spain, the most downloaded apps were video conference and chat apps, such as House Party or Zoom, as you can see here, coming out on top. These were the first, and Skype coming fifth. And then Google Classroom seems to be the favorite tool chosen to enable remote learning, coming in third position. Now I'm going to show you a couple of extracts from an article discussing transport in Madrid during lockdown. So as you can see in the information here, there has been a sharp decrease. It's gone down, really going down. So there has been a sharp decrease in the number of commuters in the period between the 2nd and the 18th of March, when the figure decreased from 830,000 to 104,000. So this is a sharp decrease in the number of commuters. Only the day before the article was written, the Underground was registering a substantial drop in the number of passengers. A substantial drop. It had decreased by 61% compared to the previous week, and by 80% compared to the same date a year before. So this is the difference, the reduction. It has been reduced by 61% or by 80%. And because we're talking about a drastic change, a dramatic change, you can say the plunge, then going down dramatically, all of a sudden. The plunge was equally significant in the buses, where the number of passengers dropped by 78% compared to only the previous week. That same article discusses bike and scooter rental schemes in Madrid. So these rental schemes, bike and scooter rental schemes, have been suspended, and the number of cabs has been reduced by 50%. You could say it has been reduced by 50%, so it's 50% less, or you could say that the number of cabs has been reduced to 50%. It means that 50% of those cabs are working. Okay, so you could use both in this case. Finally, road traffic started going down on Wednesday the 11th, and from then on it has plummeted, has gone down very quickly, and it has been reduced dramatically. Remember that if you want to have a look at this vocabulary to understand it, to see how you can talk about an increase or a decrease, or when something increases or decreases, and all the adjectives and adverbs you can use together with it, please have a look at these blog posts that I wrote some time ago, where you have all this information.